Howdy, everybody. Life Lesson Friday for June 2nd, 2023. To talk or not to talk. And if you follow me, you know I have been on jury duty this week, and we got done today at about 5:30. And so, not going to talk a whole lot about the case or anything. I got picked or started, had to report on Tuesday to see if I was going to be picked, got picked. But through the process of getting, I was selected by the computer, and then there's 65 of us that go in the room to whittle down to 12. And in that process, they talked about, like, what about the Fifth Amendment? What do you think about the Fifth Amendment? And asked everybody, would you talk, or would you plead the Fifth if you were needing to defend yourself? And I made the comment that I would want to defend myself and want to tell my side of the story. And then they asked a couple other people, and they asked one guy, and he said, "Oh, absolutely not." And the attorney said, "Okay, well, sir, would you mind telling everybody what your occupation is?" And he said, "I'm a police officer for one of the local municipalities." And he said, "Okay, so why would you not, want to say anything?" And he said, "Because once you're under oath, you have to tell the truth, or you're going to commit perjury, right?" And he said, once you're in there and you're telling the truth and the attorney is asking you questions, they're going to keep asking you questions, and they're going to keep digging. And he said, it's highly likely that you're going to say something or give an indication through your body language that is, if you are trying to get away with something, if you're trying to lie about something, you're going to give it away. And in the case that we saw, we were very certain that the defendant was lying when he was on the stand. And so I sort of changed my thought process on that. That yes, you do want to defend yourself, and you want to make sure that every stone is unturned. But you got to be careful about the things that you say. And so while I hope to never be in that situation where I have to defend myself in court, but I can't determine what other people are going to say or going to do. But it leads me back to always tell the truth, right? And so that's a subtitle to the talk or not to talk. Like, if you can't tell the truth, don't talk. Like, in situation in life in general, if you can't tell the truth, don't talk. Don't tell a lie, because it's going to create a web. It's going to. And in the case that we had, it got down to, do you believe these two people in their story, or do you believe these 15 to 20 people in their story? And the more people that can corroborate a story, the more likely that's the story. Because it's harder to get more people to lie than it is to get just one or two people to lie. But the moral is, just don't go that direction, right? So if you can't tell the truth about something, and you can't be truthful in a situation, don't lie. Just don't talk. Nobody's forcing you to talk. And so don't get caught in situations where you're having to think about, I'm going to have to lie to get myself out of this situation. I could be in trouble. Don't get yourself in those situations to begin with, right? And if you see yourself going into a situation where that could happen, get out of that situation, right? And so that's a life lesson, because if you get into a situation where you are stuck having to defend yourself and you can't remember what you said because it wasn't the truth, or you have to get other people involved in spinning something so that you don't get caught, if you will, in it, something that you were not supposed to be doing, it's going to end badly. Maybe not necessarily, go to jail badly, but it's going to end badly for your situation, for your life. You're going to have consequences. And so the easiest way to live a life that is as consequence-free as you can get is to tell the truth all the time and don't get in situations where you could have to lie about something. And then you're going to be okay. So that's the life lesson for today. Hope you all have a great weekend. I'm hopefully going to be more active on social media in the next couple of weeks because I've had to have my phone off and had to not work because I've been in jury duty for, 8, 9, 10 hours, I think 11 hours yesterday. I mean, I don't know, it was crazy. But got her done, and hopefully I don't get picked for several more years. We'll talk to y'all soon.